Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strap yourselves in. It's time for your Tilton Talk Show.
Here at St Andrews, they're gonna give us what we're longing for.
Okay, ladies and gents, girls and boys, it's Monday night. We're at 6:30 now instead of 7:30. Welcome to season 12 of the Tilton Talk Show. We have got it all going on, believe me. Our show this year is sponsored by Boyle Sports, principal sponsor of Birmingham City Football Club, and in conjunction with our good friends at Hollywood Monster. We'll let you know why very shortly. And I'm going to welcome the team, the Mr. Fixer, the one and only Craig Courtney.
Woo-woo. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
Chairman of the board, Alan Watton.
Good evening, everybody.
And the savant himself, the one and only Mr. Paul Hipkiss.
Good evening, everyone.
And Chris Browne.
Good evening.
I wasn't expecting that. Ladies and gents, we start the show tonight with sad news. A gentleman and an absolute friend of the show, Leonard Edgington, all the way from Queensland, Australia, sadly passed away the other day. Wow, that one rocked me to the socks, that one did, because Leonard would get up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, whenever it was, to listen to the Talk Show every single week. And respect to you, my friend, and lots of love and, thoughts and prayers to your family and your friends over there in Queensland and everybody back here across the other side of the world. Leonard Edgington, ladies and gentlemen.
Bit of a shocker.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, so the football season's kicked off, girls and boys, ladies and gents. And yesterday, what an absolutely amazing day. Got to mention the ladies yesterday. Women, ladies, I don't know what you call them now. It doesn't really matter, does it? But, to beat Germany and to send Germany back with tails between the legs, whoopee, have that. 56 years I've waited for this moment, Chris Browne. 56 years. Alan Watton, I know you can remember it first time round as well. And I was in the club. I was in the club downstairs and it was definitely on full. The atmosphere in there was cracking. We've got a little bit more decorum up here. We don't throw beer at the ceiling though when we score, you know what I mean? We drink ours.
You have decorum.
Yeah.
In Uttoxeter.
Yeah.
Nick, I've been there.
Do you know how to spell it, Nick? I mean, come on, please.
You can spell Dick.
U-T-T-O-X-E-T-E-R.
Well done.
Thank you. It's right. No, it was written down here in front of me on a letter on the table.
You've got it posted in front of you.
It did remind me very much of 1966. The atmosphere was similar. Wembley was full of football fans, not corporate nonsense. And like in 66, the players were representing not only the country, but they were representing their game. And
themselves.
And themselves.
And their respective football teams.
Exactly, yeah. And it was just fantastic. 17 million on television. I don't think that we got that number of viewers in the 66. It might have been 15 or 16, but it was absolutely breathtaking. And my 10-year-old granddaughter, I've been trying to get her interested in football. And she actually said to me on Friday, "Oh, I'd like to go there and watch that." And it's like next to hear her say that. And I just said, well, if you'd shown any interest, beforehand, it could have been arranged. We could have got tickets for that. But it was, she's a dancer and all sorts of things. Football, don't like it, but this grabbed her, and it's only a small, it's the first time she said anything positive about football, and it really thrilled me. I thought, well, at least, if this is repeated all over the country, there will be some legacy from this.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is only going to be good for the women's game, without a doubt.
Definitely.
The US Blues players in the squad as well, isn't there?
Was, in the squad, yeah, there was.
Yeah. So obviously,
and it's a squad game, Paul.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I'll tell you what. Credit to that manager, Southgate. Watch out. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She knew exactly what she was doing. And I watched most of her. The first one was a bit there, and then the 8-0 or whatever it was. That's got me that really got me. And the semi-final, that was,
That was after scale, wasn't it?
Those Swedish girls. I mean, my wife is from Scandinavia, and I know how big women's football is in Scandinavia. It's almost their major game for women, and to give them a thraping, it was marvellous, absolutely marvellous.
Yeah. But I also want to add as well, obviously, the sort of Thursday night as well, the opening ceremony at the Commonwealth Games made me proud to be a Brummie. It was just absolutely incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just going back to the ladies, I guess the other thing is the fact, we all want it to continue now and to improve, and we've all got our opportunity to help support the ladies' game even more. And shout out to Blues. Fixtures are out. They've announced today their first 4 games. We all have an opportunity to get behind the ladies even more than ever, especially as if you're a season ticket holder, you will all have received a voucher back through as well. Back of that voucher pack is actually a 50% off voucher for a ladies' season ticket, which means it's only going to cost $27.50 for the whole season for an adult. Under 13s go free. So just put it out there, like, if every season ticket holder all put forward, and only attended half the games, still only a £5 a game. So let's get behind these ladies as much as possible. Let's get them back into the top tier. They've got a tough season this year. Let's get them back into the top tier and let's back into the hills.
But very well said, by the way, Craig. Very well said. Welcome, thrice verily welcome. The very late one and only Mr. Roby hasn't been with him tonight. Mark Adams.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm a bit late. I've been walking from Coventry. I met a nice bloke with a wheelbarrow and I got here.
How random was that?
You stole the wheelbarrow, didn't you, Mark? You stole it.
I think he smoked something on the way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
You all okay?
Yeah, good.
All good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we're
Nice to
all
see
in
everyone in.
Are we all in favour of the Commonwealth Bull staying in Centenary Square?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
It's iconic now, isn't it? And credit to whoever came up with the idea of putting the 21 names on that ball. That was absolutely, wow. Blew me away, that bit did.
Yeah.
It's a shame they couldn't have advertised it a little bit more, though, Nick. It went through very silent, and they should have shouted that out a bit more. But obviously, good old Mr. Knight was behind the opening ceremony.
Absolutely, he was. Yeah.
More Blue Nose influence in there. Lovely over in B6 as well, which makes it even more proud.
We've got to get Mr. Knight on, Craig.
We are desperately trying.
He did promise me that he would. Tell him that he did promise me in the townhouse in Birmingham after the kit launch that he would come on a show. And I mailed him when he asked me to mail him, and I never got a reply.
It's not on, is it?
No.
No.
These celebrities. Okay, ladies and gents, the domestic season is up and running. Girls and boys, because we have youngsters watching as well nowadays. And that's part of the reason for bringing the show an hour earlier, is so that more children in school time can get to listen to the show. If not all the show, then certainly some of it. And you're all very, very, very welcome. So the domestic season is now underway, the 2022-23 season. Crikey, I don't remember it being the 1972-73. It's like it's yesterday. No, seriously. It's like, whoa. And a draw down at Luton. Now, Kenilworth Road, I know we scored 8 there, I think, last year. Was it 8 against them last year? What did we all right? Yes, yeah.
Over at Kenilworth Road, 3 at home, yeah. 8
that was it, 8. Yeah. So we scored 8. Right, now, it was the first game of the season. Nerves are going to kick in and one thing and another. What does everybody on the panel think about that game? Start with Mark, because you've only just come in. We haven't heard much of your voice. Enough.
Hey. No, I'd have bit your hand off for a 0-0. To be fair, I think it's a good solid start. Yeah, definitely.
I actually predicted 2-0 to Luton.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
How wrong was I? Yes.
Yeah.
I'd take a point on Friday. I know it's not defeatist, but I'd take a point on Friday as well. If we can get a good solid start, and it's lovely to get a clean sheet as well. I'm just happy with the start.
Did any of the team go?
Sorry?
Kenilworth, no, I didn't go.
No.
Okay, right. So it's difficult for us to comment. Obviously, we didn't go and watch the game live. Again, difficult for me because I work on Saturdays, which is a bit of annoying. But there you go.
I did watch it, and firstly, big shout out to Blues TV. What a massive difference in their streaming already this season, and long may that continue because it was pretty impressive. But I think overall, ropey first 10 minutes. Lucky, very lucky. Good save from Ruddy to keep us in that first 10 minutes. But then after that, for me, the defence looked absolutely fantastic. But what we were lacking was some decent midfielder to be able to put a ball through for Deeney and Hogan. And before I hand over to anybody else, Deeney and Hogan have taken a lot of flack on social media. Deeney especially, but I thought he worked incredibly hard off the ball on Saturday. And he's not scored. He hasn't scored a goal, but a striker is only as good as those people that are providing the service, and we've got nobody providing service.
I'm not a fan of the 3-5-2, mate. I'd rather see 4-4-2
or 4-4-2. That's Blues. That's Blues all over. Paul.
Blues all over, yeah.
Yeah, 4-3-3. Even. But I think now we've pressed the reset button yet again. We brought another new manager in with another new coaching team. We've got to give them time to gel and get to know each other again. It's the same every season at the moment, isn't it? We just got to give somebody, though, at some point, a bit of time to take it past more than a season and a half. You know what I mean? Pressing the reset every 18 months, you're never going to get any longer-term stability than that. And, for me, I thought Trusty at the back looked really good. I thought he had a great game. I thought Woods and Bacuna in midfield did a few decent things as well. But like you say, Craig, there's just not enough. On the day, there just wasn't enough threat to the opposition. But I think that had a lot to do as well with, the 3-5-2, the formation playing. You in a 4-4-2, obviously, you're getting your wingers to the byline and you're whipping the ball in a lot more and providing more chances. And you've got you take it back back in the day. You had Brian Hughes and Martin O'Connor in the middle. Brian Hughes would get forward, create loads, score loads. Yeah. And Martin O'Connor would do all the dirty work, wouldn't he? And that's what in my opinion, and more recently, we've had Gary Gardner and Cliftonbell doing it. The season under Gary Monk, we had Gary Gardner and Cliftonbell doing it, and they did it well as well. So I'm more of a fan than that. I'm more of a fan of, and call me old-fashioned if you like, but I'd rather see wingers getting to the byline and whipping the ball in for the forwards rather than this tippy-tappy stuff around the edge of our own penalty box.
I think one of the reasons why the three at the back didn't work last year is because we didn't have the right people in those positions. We had Pedersen, who's a fullback, playing centre half. We had Friend doing it for a while, who's really a fullback. And then we had the young lad who did ever so well. I'm not knocking him at all. But that three on Saturday, that'll do for me, mate. I like that three. And if we're going to do that, we've got to have three good people who can play it and, command. You've got a 6'4", left-footed, left-hand side. Well, brilliant. And the other guy, Sanderson, Roberts never lets us down. He gets his head to most things. And if it goes in that box, he heads it. And again, that Liam Daish style, as Barry Fry used to say, stick a double-decker bus in there and he'll head it away. And Roberts is a bit like I'm with you. I would love to see us play 4-4-2 with two flying fullbacks. But if you're going to do this, then it's got to be done with people who know how to do it. You got a bit of pace, got a bit of height, bit of strength, and those three on Saturday, I thought, well, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, I think obviously Nico Gordon's got to come back into the conversation somewhere because, in my opinion, back end of last season, he was our best centre half.
Probably was, yeah.
So he's got to come into it somewhere as well, and we definitely need a left. If we're going to play wing backs, then I thought, I forget how to pronounce his name already. Is it Plachetta?
Pepe.
You've got to be really careful with that one, yeah.
The Polish lad.
I want to say placenta, but I won't.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Lowered the tone completely, that has. It's good, though.
Okay, considering he's a winger and he's not a wing back again, like we did with Fernandez last season at times. But I just think, I think we've had, for me, my favourite 3 seasons, out of the last sort of 12 or 11 now, if you like, where we've half enjoyed a season, we've probably half enjoyed 3 out of the last 12, 11, something like that. Chris Hughton obviously was 4-4-2, you know, and Gary Monk was 4-4-2. The only other one was Gary Rowett, who was 4-2-3-1. You know, so we've never really done anything playing this 3 at the back for me personally. I'm not a fan, but if John Eustace can make it work and we do well, then obviously I'll be all for it. But we've seen Zola try it, we've seen Pep Clotet try it, you know, we've seen Lee Bowyer try it, and it just doesn't work, in my opinion, with the players that we've got, or it never has. But I just hope that this season it does, if we're going to play it, obviously.
Can I just say some of the earlier comments are more about Mark Adams and where he's been than anything else.
Really?
You're so missed, Mark.
Well,
you're so loved.
People don't realise how much we've had to pay to get him out for the night, let alone anything else.
I've told you before, I'm a hero in Coventry because I can do joined up writing.
What? So you're saying you're world famous in Coventry?
Yeah, because I can do joined up writing.
Apologies to all our Coventry listeners.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He lives there as well. Hunt him down and sort him out.
Can I just say that? Sorry.
Go on, Mark.
No, I was just going to say about the game on Saturday. I think John Ruddy are getting to most championship sides, and maybe bottom half of the Prem.
What is he? 36 now?
35, I believe.
35, 36.
But I just really rate him.
He certainly demanded the box, didn't he? And he was in control whenever that ball came over, which is something we haven't seen from a keeper for a while, actually. So that was good.
Well, we signed Thomas Kuszak not long ago, didn't we? And he was sort of roughly the same age, and he never let us down either.
Well, Mike Taylor was in goal for us when we got promoted to the Premier League under McLeish at 35.
Yeah. So I was just
right. No, just I was interested to find out, how Ruddy had done. To be honest with you, because I thought myself, perhaps a bit too aged for a stint in the Championship, because the games all come thick and fast. But if he's played well, then credit to the guy, and let him crack on and go on to the next one.
It worried me with that one through his legs against the Spanish team. You're thinking, oh, what have we done here? But yes, he was. He's a big lad, isn't he? I mean, and he's not going to get knocked about when he goes for that ball. But you go in there against him at your peril, and I like that. I like that. Again.
Like that in a goal, yeah.
Craig, I'm not sure if you can answer this, but Adam Walsh wants to know: is the Blues women's games free for men's season ticket holders? They were favourites to go down. We played well last pre-season game. Good passing. He wants to know really, can we get into women's games with the Blues season tickets? Because I think we did the 1 year, didn't we?
We did the 1 year.
Yeah.
It's not free this year.
But it's not expensive.
It's not expensive. So if you missed it at the beginning, season ticket holders can actually purchase a ladies' full season ticket for $27.50. Covers every game. Under 13s do get in free. Kids who have season tickets as well also have in the voucher book 3 free tickets for the season. So whether you've purchased that under 13s or under 16s, they will get that voucher and be able to go to the games as well. And I'm sure there'll be many different things coming up as the season progresses. I will post the latest update from the Blues in regards to ticket prices for the first few games of the season. But I believe it's a maximum of £7, £5 for season ticket holders. So, if you want to get down there, let's get down there.
Fantastic value. Fantastic.
I'm going to buy that season ticket for £27. I probably won't be able to get to one of the games, but I'm going to buy that. I'm going to have that.
Nice one, Alan. Yeah.
I mean,
good gesture.
That's if I went to one game, I couldn't complain, could I?
No, that's right. Yeah.
But for that price, I'm going to buy one.
Season opener, incidentally, is the 21st of August. So I think first team are at home to Wigan on the 20th, and then we're playing the following day. And let's not forget, all games are at St Andrews. So every penny that comes into the club will help.
Excellent, absolutely excellent. Tim Faraday says,
sorry, it's a good job you said that, Craig. Sorry, mate, because I had to turn up at Solihull. I know. Sorry, Craig.
Tim Faraday says, hi chaps, I can't tell you how happy I am you're back. Out for a Ruby, so I'll miss the live, but we'll watch on catch up. Keep right on, lads. Sam Mullet says, hello, fellow Blues from the Isle of Wight. We're all over the world.
So Warrington.
Craig, you mentioned their money coming into the club, which brings us nicely on to obviously talk of new owners and what's going on in that situation now. I want to start off by saying, thank the Lord, it's looking like Bassini's not going to be coming in. And after his interviews on Talk Sport, I've got to say, thank God for that, because he's an absolute lunatic.
That was a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit embarrassing, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, sorry. I'll reword that. It was totally and utterly embarrassing.
Yeah.
And obviously the guy that was interviewing him is no lover of Birmingham City anyway, so he was reveling in it. He made the bloke look stupid, and absolutely revelled in it. Because this reflects on Birmingham City as far as he was concerned. And as you say, it was total embarrassment. I said so in my article, but it did clash with Bowyer getting the sack, and it probably had nothing to do with it. But you think, as this guy's sent his scouts on ahead and say, right, well, I'm going to buy the club, get rid of this bloke because I'm bringing in. That probably wasn't true, but that's how it started to come through in the press, that this bloke was taking over, and he probably hadn't. But there's
got to be something somewhere. Sorry, Alan. There's got to be something somewhere involving David Sullivan, and something might have been agreed verbally or something or other. And he's obviously got all his, put two and two together and got six. You know what I mean? And think he's going to be like the new CEO or something. But I think he was just going to be Sullivan's puppet, to be honest, until he could get hold of us himself properly. But now, it's looking like that's all sort of died off now. And I think probably the interviews on Talk Sport is probably what's caused Sullivan to back off a bit. To be honest,
to be honest, Paul, I think that's probably the death knell for Bassini's interest in football. I would have thought. I don't think anyone would
definitely
touch him with a barge pole after that.
Crazy, man! And I can just say as well that the Twitter account, it was a fake one. So
it was. Yeah.
so comical that was.
Yeah. That was fun.
I think it's worth adding as well, whilst we're talking about the new owners, for clarity for everybody, there are no new owners. There is no takeover. At this present moment, the club is being invested in. So if that's Richardson and Lopez, as we all believe, and as we are seeing more and more coming out now in regards to funds transfer, etc., brilliant. They're going to run the club. Brilliant. But there's still a 70% stake in the Chinese. And this is what I think as fans, we've all got to realise that for the next 2.5 years, they're still going to be about. We all want them shot, let's face it. We all want the people in current regime to disappear. I think purely taking over and having control of the club is a great step. It will help us put in a good position. We've got to desperately hope. And, we're not hearing anything to the contrary, but people like Ian Dutton and the management staff that are there at the moment to continue having their involvement in the club. Because I think, despite everything that was going on, Ian was doing an absolute sterling job. And let's face it, he's employed by them. So if they say don't say anything, he can't say anything. So I think there's a little bit of let's wait and see. It's very promising. All noise seems to be positive noise. Let's hope the EFL see some sense. Don't block anything and get this over the line so that we can move on.
So do we think it's the EFL that are slowing things down? Are they the people that put in the
kibosh on it?
Yeah, the kibosh.
I think so.
I understand.
I think they're dragging their feet.
It's all got to be done properly, hasn't it? At the end of the day, these things take time. And obviously, there's a lot done internally, isn't that we don't know about.
Especially if you can consider our position, right, for the last 11 years with the Carson Young debacle, How that football club was ever sold to a barber, I'll never know. And you know, the financial fair play and everything. I think they've got to be ultra thorough, right? The EFL have got to be ultra thorough on this one, because they don't want nothing coming back up and biting them in the throat afterwards.
No, exactly.
I get that, but we've had clubs that have been bought and sold in the last few weeks, and they seem to have. I didn't even know they were for sale. Oldham for sale, sold.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
But
So it can be done.
We don't follow Oldham every day, though, Chris, do we? And follow all
No.
their...
No, I suppose no.
So for all we know, that could have been talked about for the last 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Blues have been talked about for the last 6 months.
I'd like to see Paul Richardson and Maxi Lopez come in and take us over and see what they could do. But one thing I hope they don't do, obviously, is bring in Matt Southall and replace him. Replace Ian Dutton with him. I just hope that Ian can stay on as the MD. If they're bringing Matt Southall in, then bring him, the CEO or as a director or whatever. But just don't replace Ian with him, please, because, like you say, Craig's doing a sterling job.
And I think the Matt Southall side of things as well. I mean, this, to me, there's always two sides to every story. We have all heard the horror stories. I do wonder whether, he comes in as CEO, but actually from a finance perspective, he has no involvement. Actually, he's there potentially to steady the ship and get a management structure that works for everybody. Because let's face it, hasn't been there for how long? Pre-Dong. That's the last time we really had a CEO that was probably in control. So it'll all be very, very interesting over the back end of this month. Desperately hope something's done before end of August. If it is, perhaps we'll have a little bit of money to go and spend. That'd be nice. But also, I look forward to seeing them both again at St Andrews. And myself and Mark had the privilege of meeting them. They are incredibly approachable and nice people. They were open to everybody speaking to them, and I know at the end of the day they've got to set a little bit of a precedent moving forwards. But for somebody to approach you as a fan rather than you as a fan approaching them, that's totally different. Not experienced that down there before. So long may that continue. And I firmly believe that once it's done and dusted, we'll hear more from them both, and bring it forwards. And let's see some more positives coming.
But it's just crying out. It's just crying out, isn't it, for change now? So, like you say, we can move forward and, let's get the ground sorted out, and then let's, I don't know how much money they've got, but hopefully it's enough to get the ground sorted out and the team sorted out. In talking longer term, obviously the team sorted out, but shorter term, the ground sorted out. It'd be lovely to get St Andrews fully open and rocking again. And like you say, if we've got money to spend on the team as well, and we bring in one or two players before the end of the month, because obviously there's only they've only got this month now, haven't they, to buy the club and get some players in. But if they're only owning 21%, though, I know he said on his interview outside St Andrews that did include owning St Andrews, didn't it?
Bruce, yeah.
But how much say they're going to have in, things like managers? And if you're only owning 21% of the club, obviously the current owners obviously have got to have a say as well, have they? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it comes back to his interview again and that clarity from those parties, because you're right, 21.64 is the equivalent of what St Andrews was sold for. So that's where the stadium side of it comes into it. When you listen to the interview that he did with Brian Dick, what was really interesting was that there were two things that stood out for me. The first one, he stated, we are in control. When it goes through, we are in control of the club. We will run the club. The second point that I loved was we have it written in the contracts that they must sell. So to have those two things, and let's desperately hope that that's all kosher and all out there, then that does mean, in theory, brand new management, brand new structure. People have got money in there but not having a say. The one part I didn't like, extra £10 million if they get promoted by 2026. Let's face it. I know that would be pittance if ever that happened. But why would we want to give £10 million to somebody if they've got to get rid full stop anyhow? So,
well, that might have been part of the agreement. as long as we get 10 million if you get promoted. I mean, that's, you know, they can cut their cake however they like, can't they? It's an interesting. So we got to wait till 27 before we go up then.
We're going to hold fire and build up to it.
Pete Taylor says, don't know if you can answer this, Craig, but he says they have total control even with the 21%. You don't need the majority of shares. They also have to cover running costs and debt too.
Yeah, that's true.
My understanding is as well that with the money that they're putting in, they are going to be covering some of the debt to start off with, which that's great. I should imagine one of the biggest debts is going to be getting the stadium back into full working order. And Paul, I totally agree. You know, it's got to be number one priority.
Do we think we'll get it back by the end of the season? Hand on heart.
This is the third season. This is just totally embarrassing. By the way,
Pucker pie, boy.
I do not get free pucker pies.
No, you don't. No.
I don't. I promise you. I'm an advocate for the pucker pie.
Pucker pie.
Well, pucker pies, if you are watching, we're all very accepting to our vote for it.
Yeah.
But no Balti. Do not send me Balti.
Oh, how can you not like a Balti?
I mean, I'm hoping for one or two additions to the squad before the end of the month, if at least. But with what we've got right now, obviously, what would your expectations be? Would you think we'll be fighting relegation again if we didn't bring anything else?
No, I think we'll be looking at maybe slightly better than last season. But I kept saying it last season, but mid-table success. I know it's boring, but
Mark. If it hadn't have been for Reading and Derby being docked points, we would have been relegated. So we have to do better, and we have to improve on what we've had thrown at us year after year after year. It's got to be better, and it's got to be more consistent. Look, we started with a draw. What Friday night brings, none of us know yet. But, you know, that's on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, all the time. And keep the fans with you, Birmingham City, because you know what, they can do an awful lot for you. They, you know, and the difference is if you alienate your supporters, then, you know, it's like, why bother?
I think these new people need to do a bit of a PR turn, you know, for that very reason. Get, you know, do a Barry Fry if you like, you know, you be outlandish, whatever, and get the bums on the seats again. And okay, you've got to get results to do that, but at the same time, you need to, you know, that they could say, well, you know, it's not going to change overnight, but this will happen. You know, back us now, and we will get there. It's, I mean, that's been lacking for the last 8 or 9 years. This, you know,
Steve Harris is saying
it's on the back page headlines, you know. But any good reason.
Go on, Paul.
Yeah, sorry, Alan. Steve Harris is saying that we would have stayed up on goal difference.
Yeah,
would we?
Yeah,
would we?
Yeah.
We just had a look, and we would have literally just scraped it on goal difference.
My apologies for that, guys. Yeah, but you know, I mean, that's not beating Fulham on the last game of the season, is it? You know, and we all remember that game. That's one that will be etched in our memories for the rest of our lives. Yeah. This was goal difference. How many goals, Craig?
I'll have to go back onto it and have a look.
All right, mate. Okay, no problem.
But goals for me is, you know, my biggest concern with the team, and I hope that we can score more goals, obviously, and you know, obviously football is all about keeping it out at the one end, and obviously the simple side to it is you're keeping it out one end and put it in the other, you're going to win.
Absolutely.
Let's focus on, you know, I was impressed with the three centre halves, like you said, Alan. They'll do for me as well, but I think we've got two strikers there that can finish in Deeney and Hogan, but we just need to get the ball into them all the time.
Well, that's very true. I watched a video of Bakuna, which had lasted about 20 minutes. They showed him wonderful tricks, wonderful ball control. It was the 19th minute of this 20-odd minutes before they showed him A, scoring or B, creating anything. Now, he's a wonderful footballer with the ball, but what does he create?
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think sometimes you only need one You only need 1 minute.
Flash.
1 minute of brilliance would do for me.
Well, that one goal
You know
in the
what I mean?
friendly, goal in the friendly against the Spanish team was outstanding, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
Show what he could do.
Yes, yeah.
Lovely goal that was.
I mean, I must admit as
We
well.
went to
Sorry.
Cheltenham and Solihull and didn't score.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Mark.
I was going to say, I was surprised to see Dukey get, figure. I thought he'd be gone in the summer, to be honest.
Yeah, he must
See,
be
that's
104 now.
what's worrying me as well is obviously we've had Lyle Taylor and Hernandez last season. You know, no disrespect to them, but we've got Lecco and Cosgrove in the mix now, and you know that's a big downgrade from them two, isn't it?
Yeah.
And on the subject of players, Dave Twine's just raised a really good point. It's an article today in Birmingham Live, which I believe has also been, published in the Mirror over the weekend. But that's the potential for further wage cuts with Dean, Friend, Etheridge, and Duke all being mentioned as people to leave us during the window. I think it's firstly from information that I've seen, some of what has been reported is not 100%, i.e. 31k for Etheridge. I don't think he's anywhere near what his salary is, and it is high, but I don't think he's anywhere near that. As for the others, Dukey, I'd be sad to see him go, but then we did question at the end of last season, was it time to move on? But again, with all of these, it's about bringing people in as well. You can't let people go.
Yeah,
we've got to pay for the
We
squad already.
need a squad, yeah.
Get rid of players. If you get rid of players, you've got to get players in that are as good or better, haven't you? You can't get players worse, otherwise you're gonna finish up in a even worse position, aren't you? That's obvious.
Michael Woods, which I'm sure is a service station down south somewhere. He says, we'll struggle without investment before the window closes.
Very true.
What date does the window shut, Craig, please?
It will be the end of this month.
End of January. January, I can leave.
I think it works at first. Yes, I think it falls, doesn't it, on a Sunday? So 1st of September will be the closing window.
Right.
Yeah. But Jukovic, obviously, in particular, can go down in folklore for me. He's been one of the sort of shining. Yeah, he's been one of the bright stars of like the last sort of 11 years since we got relegated, isn't he?
And he's still a guy, no matter what team he's in. If anybody puts the ball across pinpoint, he's going to put it away.
And again, he was doing it in a 4-4, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Not that I want to sound early in the season.
And the real good news is the burger van was on the Tilton Road for the pre-season friendly.
It's back.
Hang on.
Was the street food there as well?
I don't know, because that's too posh for me.
Don't think it was.
No, there wasn't anything, I don't think, for the pre-season. And I know from speaking to our good friend Lee Mailing that discussions are still going on as to what will be there at the start of the season and how things will go on. So I guess it's one of those watch out and we'll see what appears.
How can you take a burger van away from a football fan? That's synonymous. They go hand in hand.
It's part,
and,
it's part of the day,
poker
isn't it?
pies, you know what I mean? It's like part of your day. I know I'm getting close to the stadium when I can smell them onions going off and oh God!
Always pies, well, apart from when we had them horrible Hollands things, but poker pies you've always got in the ground anyway, haven't you? They never sold them outside.
No, it's outside,
Always inside.
Yeah, but I never have a pie outside, Paul. I only have a pie inside, but I'd always have a burger. I would always have a burger. Not only to support the local businesses and this, that, and because I like them as well. It's part of the football experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
All that sweaty cheese dripping all over your front, and you
don't want to know about your sweaty.
Get a bit carried away, isn't
Get a grip with it. Paul Lilly said 75,000 weekly combined wages for Etheridge, Dean, Duke, Friend reported today.
Yeah,
at 75,000 a week.
See, if you look at it this way, neither of those players started on Saturday.
No.
So if you can get that, off the wage bill and bring other players in, say bring another 7 players in for that wage combined, and they're no worse, then then I'm all for that. But it's no good getting rid of players and bringing players in that aren't as good as the ones that you've had.
Which one of those would you keep?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Never mind,
Me personally, I don't think Etheridge is a bad goalkeeper. He's kicking you know, sometimes he's a bit suspect. But I think overall he's a good keeper. But then again, John, you know, he'd certainly be a good backup to John Ruddy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Not good enough to be regular. If you know, I'm not being harsh, but probably not good enough to be a regular week in, week out. But as cover, yeah, you know, the boat we're in.
I don't think George Friend has ever let us down when he's played either.
I thought I think he had a good few games.
I liked him. Yeah. He's calm, wasn't he?
Professional, true professional.
Harley Dean's had his moments for us, and when he's good, he's really good. But it's only it's only for like half a dozen games every sort of 12 months, isn't it? Really, he has a little purple patch every season.
You have to upset him to get him going. So somebody upsets him, he'll play like a demon.
Yeah. Also, he's got it's there though, isn't it? It's there. He's got ability. And if John Eustace wants to bring the ball out from the back and he's back three, then for me he's better on the ball than Roberts. You know, he's better on the ball than Roberts. He's better with the But obviously, all Roberts' other strengths, obviously, if you could combine the two, you wouldn't have a bad player, would you? To be fair,
where's Bielik going to fit in?
I think he'll come into Woods in the CDM, in the number 6 role.
Yeah, I do.
Not a bad signing either that we haven't mentioned. Actually, that's not a bad signing.
No, not at all. We're not missing Sunich, are we?
I'd like to see us get some done rather than loans all the time, but it is where we are at the moment, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, and saying that though, Paul, looking at the Forest team we went up, 6 of their starting 11 were on loan.
Yeah,
we don't need to spend millions in this league, do we?
And that seems to be the thing as well in the top 2 divisions. There's quite a lot of loan players, isn't there? I think it's like a try before you buy type of thing these days. It's getting common. Yeah.
If you're getting Sunich,
I wonder if Pucker Pies will do that, Chris.
Nick, you'll like this one. Stuart says, if you played a drinking game every time Pucker Pies are mentioned, you'd be in hospital now.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
But no, if they're getting Stunich off the wage bill and bringing Bielik in on half the wage or less than even, then, you know, and Bielik turns out to be better than Stunich, then I'm all for that as well, obviously. It's going to be
spoken to a few Derby fans around the area over the last few days about Christian Bielik, and their only issue is injury prone.
That's the problem. But I mean,
they are gutted to see him go. Proper
he's got things to prove, though. He wants to be in the World Cup, doesn't he? And,
he's got the World Cup to play for. Yeah.
But Pete Taylor's just saying here, you know, we had Seb Larson on loan initially, and he's right. We've had some great loan players over the year.
Yeah.
Bentner, Larson,
we had Larson, Mwamba, and Bentner on loan. You know, and in the past we've had obviously Gary and even Mike Taylor was on loan, wasn't he, to start with?
Or Sal.
You know, so we've
got Craig Courtney on loan.
He's permanent, I think. He wants to test him.
He's just signed a new 2-year contract.
Just signed a new 2-year contract. Yeah. All I do is to get rid of Mark.
Hang on. It's a rolling contract.
yeah, Mark. If you're going to turn up on time, mate.
Go on, Paul.
When we had them players on loan in the past, though, there was always a good chance that we could sign them permanently, and now probably no chance. You know.
All right. Question for you. Lyle Taylor becomes available. Would you get him? Or is he too old?
I'd get him for this season.
On loan, short-term loan. Yeah.
Season loan.
Just get him.
Get him,
yeah. Whatever the deal is, get him.
All right, Alan, calm down.
He's only asking.
He can always serve pies if he's not playing.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'll definitely get him.
One of the issues as well we need to get talking about, even though we don't want to talk about it, is the ground. We know where. We don't know. We still don't know anything, do we, Craig?
We're still in the dark.
We know nothing.
Are people talking to their people?
Yeah. Am I right in saying that all the work is now on hold in the ground? There's nothing happening?
I don't think anything's happened for a long time.
From what the last I understood and what the information that we'd had was that the works have been established. They have still a couple of options to be looking at, and that was the last that we heard, and I think that was probably part of the last update as well for me and Dutton, which is we're no further along. I do wonder whether money is the situation behind it all. And you know, let's just say there is this 21.64%. Is that investment then going straight into the ground, you know? And also, what is the true cost? Because let's face it, nothing's getting any cheaper. So, you know, we need to agree something, if we haven't already, to make sure that it's is done and dusted.
How much remedial work has actually been done, Craig? Do you know?
The remedial work is all on the outside at the moment, and you know, the boardings, etc., and a few boards inside that were all done as part of, I think, the contract with Hollywood Monster. But as far as anything else is concerned, nothing else has been done. You know, we are still sitting with those empty sections in the stadium. They've done the drilling.
I did notice 2 patches of removed seats last week.
Yes, yeah, they were removed as part of the searches they had to do, and it'll just be interesting to see what does come along. It's not nice not knowing that.
I've not been so embarrassed in all my life, mate. You look at that on TV, and it looks like we've got no crowd there. And another thing we've done, Craig, is we've lost, well, and with COVID, 4 years of youngsters coming up. Right, and their dads having the opportunity to take them to their first ever game.
We have gone. We did go through that. I know. It's a sad.
We couldn't sell the seats if they were open.
Because
we can't sell them now. But the one other thing that I just highlight is Friday night. All right, Huddersfield versus Burnley. Huddersfield, who last season were playoff seekers, you know, they did really well.
But they were robbed. They were
robbed. They should have beat Forest.
Yeah. They could have had 4 penalties.
Yeah.
That's it. But they couldn't open the bottom tier of one of their stands. It was all covered in hoardings and flags. So I guess the other thing to highlight, it's not just us. You know, the cost of living crisis that's going on at the moment is hitting people hard. If you've had the money and been lucky enough to buy your season ticket in advance, great. But do I see it that people can go week in, week out and afford to go? No, not, you know. And Chris, is it worth us now just shouting out what we've?
Of course, we can. You know, just before that, staying on that subject. To be honest, I've got to be honest. I can't see us selling out the seats we've got.
The only way we could do that, Chris, is if we get a big cup game.
A cup run, a good cup run,
that's the only way.
I think new owners could be, if we get like a new dawn, if you like, that could, you know, entice a lot of people. And start spending money on the team as well. Obviously, and get the ground sorted out. You know, then, you know, that could get a lot of people back through the gates. But it feels like it's so far off though. There's a lot of work to be.
It does. And can I just say, with relation to the ground as well, can we just stop this silly social media business of linking us to Perry Bar?
Oh, we're not going there now. Oh,
sorry.
But
honestly, people.
Blue seats.
Well, after the ceremony the other night, the 99% of social media was, "Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, we should get there." It's like, what a load of rubbish.
It does not look amazing. It's not even a football stadium. Chris, I've got a complaint.
No, oh God, sorry.
The on-air sign isn't illuminated.
Oh, yeah, but shall I tell you why?
You've got one job. Go on.
Shall I tell you why? If I illuminate the on-air sign behind Mark, everything looks claret and blue.
Oh yeah, don't do it.
Can you move the on-air sign to behind you?
Who's playing squad game then?
I was going to say I played myself, but that sounds a bit
Please yourself.
I don't mind having a go. I'll have a go.
I think we should go studio guests, actually. You know, there's 2 of them in there. They can, you know, it'd be a nice little argument between them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go Chris against Mark then.
All right.
God, Mark knows more than me.
Come on, Chris.
It's
1898. You'll be fine.
I think you've got a coin.
Don't carry money these days.
Should we come to squad game in just a few more minutes because we need to crack on with what we were talking about earlier, Craig. So I'll just do an intro. A lot of you who follow our page and group will know that we've gone into conjunction with Hollywood Monster to get tickets for people who maybe be bit more less fortunate than other people and can't attend games and so forth. So we've teamed up with them to get tickets. 2 tickets. Maybe you can elaborate a bit more, Craig.
Yeah. So as Chris has mentioned there, our friends at Hollywood Monster have been very kind indeed, and for the whole of this season, we want to reward people. And I can just imagine the smiling and laughing faces when I say reward here. But we want to reward people for things that they've done to support others. So we've all just been through 2 years of hell with the COVID situation. The NHS, the key workers, they have been absolute godsends to everybody. So those people and others we want to reward. But we also want to look at people who have fallen on hard times and help them. So for every single home game in the league this season, we have been donated 2 sets of tickets, 2 pairs of tickets that will be in the COP. It's really simple to get these tickets. The simple thing is you just need to nominate somebody. So if you send an email through to admin@tiltontalk.com with the name of the person and the reason that you'd like those people to be successful in gaining tickets, send them through, and between us all, we will decide on the parties who will be successful, and they will then get tickets for a game of their choice throughout the season. I will say we have had
some incredible,
such touching stories already through. One of them is absolutely unreal, and it will see a family go into their very first game for the children in September, to fall in line with the dates that they can achieve. And this will be an opportunity for a family to make memories, and it will be a day that they will thoroughly enjoy. So please, everybody, it doesn't matter where you're listening, where you're from, donate, I was going to say donate then, but put yourself into the position of nominating somebody. Let's get these through, and let's make people's lives a little bit better. And also, let's get people into St Andrews, because that's what we all want.
And thank you very much to Tim Andrews and, of course, Hollywood Monster. Tim Andrews and Hollywood Monster. There you go, mate. Nice one.
Fantastic.
Great gesture.
Absolutely fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Well done. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so when do you want to get on to squad game?
Yeah, indeed. So
I've got a coin here as well, if you want to choose between you.
Remind our viewers, so it's been a little while.
I'm useless at
What we do now is we've got two of our team going head to head now. They've got 30 seconds each, and I'm going to give them something that they need to name, as many as they can, within 30 seconds. So, do you want to toss the coin, Craig? See who goes first. So, Mark, heads or tails?
Tails.
And tails it is, Mr. Rowe.
Oh, go on then.
Are you going first or second?
I'll go second.
Don't!
Okay, Chris.
Go on then.
Has anyone got 30 seconds for me on the clock? Can anyone do that?
I've got a stopwatch ready.
Oh, you got it.
You're doing that as well, Craig? We really prepared there.
I'm earning my money.
I know, mate. Yeah, you are. Okay, so Chris, in 30
1974. Yeah.
30 seconds, how many Barry Fry signings do you think you can name?
Oh, God. So that's the entire First Division, Second Division, Third Division, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, Claridge.
Obviously for Blue, we haven't started yet. Obviously for Blue, obviously Barry Fry's Birmingham City signings. You got to give me the number, how many you can name in 30 seconds.
Right. Okay. 6.
6 in 30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell him when to start, Craig. Sorry.
Yeah. So on your marks, set, go.
Benno. Claridge.
10 seconds gone.
Eden.
He looks so worried.
Oh, come on! There's about 133.
20 seconds.
No, I've got sponge brain. No.
You got.
Yeah.
And that's time up.
Nah.
You got
I'm
2.
absolutely useless. 2.
You got 2?
Yeah.
Mickey Eden was a Trevor Francis signing.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
I think you had over 70 players to choose from.
I know. Yeah. And that's just the first season.
Okay. Obviously, there's many of the players that you could have said that we've also had on the show as well, the likes of Granger and Mark Ward and Kevin Francis.
Okay.
Dr. Liam Dayish.
Get your points.
Yeah.
Ricky Otto.
Shut up. Yeah, it's okay
Kevin
when you've got him in
Francis.
front of you, isn't it?
Do we need to continue going?
It's so easy when it's in front of you,
I
isn't it?
don't know why I am going to need a wee when this is on every week.
Okay, so Mark,
Go on then.
how many in 30 seconds? How many Lee Clark signings do you think you can name?
All right.
Oh, in 30 seconds.
Oh, I can name about 5 or 6 of them.
My brain's gone dead already. I'll probably say I'll go low. I'll say 5.
Okay, you've only got to beat 2 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mark, on your marks, set, and go.
Robbo, Randolph, Lee Novak, Hayden Mullins, Juki. Did you get Juki?
Seconds gone.
Mark Duffy, Magoma. No, that was. Packwood came to the academy, didn't he? I'm trying to think. Townsend, Andros Townsend.
Do.
I have a guess at one. I'm probably wrong. Was Ollie Lee? Was it Ollie Lee? Was he one?
Ollie Lee, yeah.
Hey, get it!
Brian Howard.
Yeah, you get no points for that at all.
No, but I remembered one, Chris. That's the main thing. My memory might all be coming back to me now because of that moment.
You were Googling it in the 30 seconds.
No, I promise I didn't. No, I promise I didn't.
So Magoma was Gary Rowett.
Yeah.
Jukovic was Gary Rowett on loan, and believe it or not, Zola on a permanent. And then who else did you say? Sorry, remind me. So you said Robbo, you said
Lee Novak, Mark Duffy, Lee Novak.
Say again.
Lee Novak.
Yep. So I think that's the 4
Duffy.
you got. Yep.
So it was a draw then.
A draw.
There's got to be a draw.
Not fair, Chris. Us pensioners should get an head start.
And that was squad game. If anyone wants to come on the show and take part in that game, obviously as well, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Just join either on the phone line or if you want to take part. If you want to go, if we can get 2 fans on, then obviously they can go head to head every week, can't they?
I'll tell you what though, it's weird because when you actually do it, it's so the pressure. It's just like
Dun 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 dun.
Can I also just mention that if anybody does want to phone in, just message us and you can phone in. We've got a phone system here, so you can join in if you like, or you might just want to have a rant about any one of us.
We've also Barry Fry signings are still coming through because Jose Dominguez has just been mentioned, so we hate to rub it in.
Yeah, that was another one.
Craig, they'll be coming through this time tomorrow.
I thought you meant.
Did Barry Fry get Paul Bishop's holiday?
No.
Yes, it did.
Sorry,
Yes,
Paul,
it did.
Paul
Second
who?
time. Second
Oh,
time.
second time round, yeah.
Yeah.
First time was Cooper, wasn't it?
Paul who, Nick?
Terry Cooper the first time.
Cooper first time round, yeah.
I will only get 2 all season, and that's much.
Did he say Paul Pescalodo?
Yoi!
We've also got another new feature this week. Which,
Sorry.
I'd like our viewers to do this, and every single week we'll do each position in the team until we get to. So if it's okay, we'll do it for 11 weeks, and we'll pick the 11. So what I'd like our fans to do, our viewers, is pick your all-time underrated Blues 1 to 11. So I want you to pick your Blues all-time underrated 1 to 11, starting this week.
Underrated. That's a great.
And obviously we can discuss it between us on here as well, obviously, on what we think. But I think this week obviously we'll start with the goalkeeper. So the most underrated goalkeeper you think you've seen in a Blue shirt over the years.
What's underrated, me, Paul?
I didn't quite get the credit that he deserved.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, can I put one out there to start off? We've done, and that's Martin Thomas.
Oh yeah. He's a great goalie, he was.
Yeah.
I didn't think Lee Camp did too bad.
I don't think he did.
I think he had his day. Really.
He's the only goalkeeper we've ever had that's been a cardboard cutout in the stands of him.
Whoever gets the most votes, whoever the viewers choose the most, obviously, is who will get the position as well.
Yeah. I think. Do you remember Thomas Myra?
Yeah.
He was a great goalie on loan, wasn't he, Myra?
Saved the penalty from King Cole on his debut, didn't he?
Yeah. I thought he was a great goalie.
Yeah.
Rarely gets mentioned. Richard Kingston.
He crops up every time in these
I realised
lists.
Martin Thomas was underrated. I thought he
He was a great goalie.
Stephen Gill's going Kevin Miller.
Yeah, Miller. yeah.
Yeah, Stockdale.
From Lyndon Magna.
Kushak was good as well. He weren't
Kushak
bad.
was great.
Yeah.
What about Darren Randolph as well?
He went too bad. Was he?
No?
He's a good keeper.
Yeah.
He was, wasn't
He had a decent career, hasn't he?
Martin Thomas has had a few sheds, hasn't
he?
he?
Looks like he's got. It looks like he's got the shirt at the moment, doesn't
I
he?
think he has, yeah. I think he has.
Martin Thomas.
Can I just also say, somebody mentioned earlier about forthcoming guests and when. Just to say that we have got a few guests already lined up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to please a lot of older viewers and a lot of younger viewers as well. Am I right? Am I wrong, Craig?
Yeah, you're right, because I'm sorry, Craig, the younger viewers get a great insight as to what the older players used to get up to and how different the game was then. And us older guys remember them. Sorry, Craig.
You're right. Yeah.
No, it's fair to say, definitely. We've got some old and we've got some relatively new ex-players. And we are still working with the club to also obviously arrange some dates with Ian Dutton and some of the team that are there at the moment. Again, I think once things have settled down and we know what's going on, we'll perhaps see them joining us on the show.
Brilliant.
I'm looking forward to one particular guest, as is probably Nick.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that should be a good one. We'll just say that he was.
No
for us.
giveaways, Chris Browne. No giveaways on the show.
Is that the old or the new? Actually, thinking about it, it's got to be the old for you guys.
Yeah. Also, I was looking on Wikipedia.
Lie down, I'll fan you with a brick.
I'm pretty sure that guy played for West Brom, but
No spoilers. Stop it.
He did though, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did, but it doesn't mention it on Wikipedia, so I might be wrong. Okay. Oh yes. Also, I've decided I'm going to not have a shave until we've got 10 unbeaten games.
Unbeaten games, Chris. You, and I promise you, are going to be tripping over that beard.
I know, yeah. Somebody did mention that maybe I should think about joining ZZ Top then.
Will you do the Christmas panto to come as Santa at the local school here, mate?
Yeah.
Because it'll still be there at Christmas, believe me.
Me and Alan can be twins now.
Yeah.
Also, I still do intend to do the show naked if we win 6-0. That does not include penalties.
Hang on. Are you talking a penalty shootout?
No penalties or anything.
No.
Win
You
by
get lost. That's a goal. That's a goal.
No.
Goal is a goal. I'll put it to the viewers, Chris. Goal is a goal.
Goal is a goal.
No.
Yeah.
Next.
Penalty
It
shootout.
wins a match, doesn't it? I mean, that's the way I see it.
I like it, Craig. Thank you for sticking up for the power to the people. That's what I say, mate.
See, I make these rules up and I just get overrun.
When you say it doesn't include penalties, Chris, what if we win 6-0 and we score 2 penalties in the game? That's obviously...
That's what I'm on about for.
I'm on about penalty shootouts.
That's what I asked you.
Oh, yeah, no, that's okay.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Have you still got your bucket under your table?
I have. It's a
How
blue
can
one
we win
this time.
6-0 and a penalty shootout? I mean, come on. How's that work?
Sorry about that noise, Mark.
So,
Is it 6-0 only, Chris, or if we score 6 goals?
No.
6 or more.
No.
Not 6.
Okay,
Is it?
6 or more.
It's 6 or more, including penalties during playtime.
I'm going to have to rewrite the rules.
That counts then.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Chris, if it does happen, we'll all sponsor you for charity.
For his own calendar.
You all want to come in, mate, you pervs.
No.
You don't want to come in,
No.
I can see right
Pound an
through
inch.
you.
Oh, that's 40 pence then.
Just looking at the names that are coming through. So I think Greenick and Doyle are now.
Yeah, Colin Doyle. That's one that I was trying to think of. Colin Doyle. He gets my vote.
I've just got to put another one out there. You know, great goalkeeper. In fact, he kept a clean sheet in the game that he played for us, and that's Jeff Horsfield.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I throw in Jim Herriot.
Jim Herriot. Yeah.
Now you're going to say who?
No.
No, I'm a goalkeeper.
My dad used to talk fondly about Jim Herriot.
Jimmy Herriot.
I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you anything about him as a player, obviously.
You see what you're going to be doing, Paul, in about 25 years' time? 25 years' time, right, Paul? You're going to be sitting here doing this, right? We'll all be dead, us old gits, right? And you'll be, I remember. Oh, what was his name? Oh, Ollie Lee.
Who the hell speaks like that?
That is a brilliant Steve Cocker impression. That is.
Yeah. I thought it was Lee Clark.
Dave Twiner said that, Chris, you already look like Papa Smurf. So what will you be like if you goes 10 games?
Yeah.
I know.
The worrying thing, though, is if we go 10 unbeaten and score 6, so we'll basically be naked with a beard.
That's going to be strange. Isn't it?
No.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I hope the beard's long enough for a cover-up.
I was just going to say the same thing. Hopefully it'll be long enough, won't it? Yeah. In fact, you know, because I'm a big lad, it's going to have to be it's going to have to be a very big beard. I'm going to shut up now.
What are we doing? We're going with Martin Thomas in goal, then, do we think, or?
Well, what have the viewers voted for?
Colin Doyle.
Craig,
Doyle has taken over.
Craig, do you want to count up the votes at the end of the show, mate?
Do it at the end of the show, yeah.
And do a post on the page just with a picture of who's won, basically, yeah?
Indeed.
Yeah.
In position, if you could. You know, like they do the...
Hey?
Well, you want music as well?
Well, no, not specifically music, no, but I can come and do a karaoke if you want.
I've got the music anyway.
You mean on the 11 app on the pitch? Is that what you mean, Nick?
Yeah. You know how they do it on the TV screen, yeah? So goalkeeper be in his goal, yeah?
Yeah, or we could do 11 different posts with a photo of each player, and then at the end, when we got the team, we could do the whole team on that then, couldn't we?
Yeah, just build it up week by week.
Okay.
That looked quite good, that would, yeah.
I know, I'm full of great ideas, Mark. And my biggest idea today was to message Chris, say, get me at 20 past, mate, I'm just running a little bit late.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray Hobro, great name to put out there. David Seaman.
Yeah. Started his career at St Andrews, didn't he?
You did? I wouldn't say he's underrated.
No, he didn't.
No. He was at Rotherham, wasn't he?
He was at Leeds first.
Leeds or Rotherham, yeah.
Oh, he was at Leeds, yeah.
Then was it Peterborough?
Peterborough.
Yeah, Peterborough.
Did he go quite underrated? Did he at Blues, Seaman?
I was going to say, I didn't think he was underrated.
So, no.
He was
Craig, have you got access to Wikipedia or Chris?
Not at the moment, no.
I know. Can somebody see how many games he played for us? And
who's David Seaman?
David Seaman.
The first goalkeeper I ever seen at the Blues was Roger Ansbury.
Oh yeah,
he was the one I was trying to think of. Yeah, he would fit into that category. He was all right. Yeah.
So some of these younger fans who haven't seen any of these players, they'd go into meltdown if they saw the likes of.
David Seaman played 75 games for the Blues in all competitions.
Really, as many as that? I didn't think it was as many as that.
75,
put that up, Paul, please.
That's quite a few.
Including the famous game against Altrincham.
I've just
the Altrincham game.
Searched David Seaman on Wikipedia.
Oh, nice one. Thanks, bud. 75 games. That's not bad, is it? That's what? A couple of years worth, isn't it? Plus a few cup games.
I have literally just gone through as we've been speaking, and it is neck and neck between Doyle and Greemick at this present moment.
Did you put my vote down for Doyle, did you?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's got to be Doyle over Greemick. I mean, Greemick was all right in that Coca-Cola run, wasn't he? But he didn't do a lot apart from that, if I remember. Yeah, the 96, the cup run.
I can't remember him, to be honest.
Doyle didn't play many, did he? He was with us a long time, and he had that little where he did one and saved the penalty at Wolves, I remember.
Yeah. I'd have him over Greemick, though, to be fair.
We, ladies and gentlemen, are 4 minutes away from the last 15 minutes. That's a feature we're going to keep doing through the show, all through the season, because it brings a little merriment and laughter to us in miserable times.
I need to just throw this out because Pat Begley, who's had a particularly bad time the last couple of days. He's struggling to get on So if anybody can show him, obviously it's a bit difficult for us to show him how to get on as we're trying to do this show. But if there's anybody on the shout box who can actually go through with Pat on how, I mean, I think he can get on, but I don't think he can see comments and things. And I think he's starting to get a bit frustrated.
Right.
So
if
anybody
iPad,
can help
Chris,
him,
if he's on an iPad, if you're on an iPad, Pat, swipe left to see comments.
Yeah.
And
That's the thing, isn't
it's
it?
really horrible on here because you swipe left and then 2 minutes later everything's just disappeared again.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. No, it's a bit difficult. But if anybody can help Pat, that would be appreciated. That'd be fantastic.
Question for Mark. Mark, would you pick Colin Doyle over Martin Thomas?
Ooh. That's a tough one, that is. Because I remember... No, I'd have Martin Thomas, I think.
I'd go for Martin Thomas as well, Mark.
I think he was more solid.
Yeah.
He seemed steady. Doyle seemed to have a mistake in him.
Yeah.
But Thomas was outstanding at times, especially that, like I say, at Wembley with the Leyland Daft and all the rest of it. And the penalty shootout on the way to 91 Cup against Swansea.
Yeah.
I'd have Thomas. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd have Thomas.
Prediction Saturday. We've got prediction Friday.
Oh yeah, let's go for predictions.
Shall I start?
Go on then.
1-1. There'll be a draw.
Alan.
All I'll say is Huddersfield 0. The other end could be anything. No. I mean, if we can keep another clean sheet, we should get the points this time. But it's if we always look, if we concede a goal, do the heads drop? That's been the pain the last 3 years. Now I'm looking this year to see a change in that. We're going to win this game. Doesn't matter if we concede early or whatever. But I'll say 1-0.
Yeah. I'll go 2-1. Craig.
I actually fancy us for a 2-0. After watching Huddersfield the other night, I think we can start on a flyer.
Okay, Nick.
Excuse me. I watched the Huddersfield game on Friday as well, and I thought Burnley were a little bit above average, and Huddersfield were a little bit below average. And I think if we can get a noisy St Andrews and get behind new manager, potential new owners, pucker pies, everything, right? We need to be noisy. We need to bring the noise back. And we do it when we go away, and when it's at home, unfortunately, it's a bit like the morgue situation, yeah? If we can I know the team has to play well for us to get behind them, and we have to get behind them for them to play well, and it's kind of a really, really difficult mix. But judging from what I saw the other night, Paul, I'm going to go straight down the line with Craig with 2-0 to Blues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to get that atmosphere back though at the moment with the bottom, the bottom lower conference.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Especially on a Friday night as well, Paul.
Yeah.
Just for clarity, Adam Walsh, no, it's not on Sky Sports on Friday. It's been swapped due to the Commonwealth Games.
It was, It was swapped.
Yeah.
Can I just say a quick one? Has everybody who's got a season ticket, has everybody had theirs?
Yeah.
Oh, people are struggling, aren't they, still?
Mine came the
I got
other day, but I was getting worried because it hadn't turned up.
And it turned up yours, Mark.
It came on Friday.
I know that people are still waiting, aren't they?
Friday came, yeah.
I was very impressed with the packaging and
it's lovely.
And the poem on the back. Tears to my eyes. That was fantastic.
Lovely.
Can you read the poem out, Alan? Is your season ticket handy to you now?
It's downstairs actually.
What was it, a
you wouldn't
limerick?
I'll go and fetch it.
All right, mate.
There was an old man from down south.
No. It was, Chris, you'll remember this. There was an old wench called Sharon.
Oh, dear.
And God, when I met her, she was barren. Got 15 grandkids, but she washes me skids, and I hope she don't turn out like a Karen.
Score lines that have come through. Mick Greaves 1-0 with Danish scoring. Ray Hobro 2-0 to Blues. Mike Woods.
Mike
he's just saying that Doyle was in goal against Wolves when we won 3-2, and he was brilliant.
Yes.
Well,
Over the penalty, yeah. Chris, we didn't get your prediction, mate.
No, okay. Okay. Most important person.
6-0.
Just can't get that bloody stuff, can you? I'm going to go for. Yeah, I was going to talk about the crowd being the 12th man and that, but it's not really, is it? With the two of the stands down. So, I think I'll go for a 2-0. 2-0 Blues.
Okay, you're with me and then Craig. Okay,
Yeah.
Alan's back then.
Yeah.
Alan, the poem is dun dun dun. Oh, Chris, can we have an introduction?
Hang on then.
It's got 4
Could have done with
flights
a drum roll.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, here we go. I've got one of them.
Give him a chance to get his breath back. He's got 4 flights of stairs there, and you, Alan.
That's
You've got to stare at Paul, don't worry.
Are you
Start
ready?
now. Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you hear that, Alan?
What?
I said you've got to stare lift, don't worry.
Yeah.
And he's in the bungalow.
Stop it, you're killing me. Oh, it's nearly 10-2. Come on, we're going to do last 15.
From
Hurry up.
these humble beginnings, we build up from the ground
From the ground. We can't build a ground.
to a thriving metropolis. The second city was crowned. And if you happen to move on and call somewhere else home, then your roots will stay with you wherever you may roam.
Nice, isn't it?
And I think
Right, Paul, last 15. Go on, quick, because we need to get this in now. I've got
The last
12.
15 is anything to do with music and football. So it could be a song, or it could be a band or an artist. So anything to do with music and football. And I'll start us off with ZZ Klopp.
CZ Klopp. Oh, I got arrested last week, Paul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was on the M6. There was a cavalcade coming down, yeah? And I was in the slow lane, couldn't get past the cavalcade, all cop cars and black cars and everything like that. And the fast lane was just flying. And I was thinking, what am I gonna... So I overtook the cavalcade on the slow lane. Huh? Copper on a bike pulls me over, gets me up the slip road. He said, what do you think you're doing? I said, well, I noticed that cavalcade had got Charles and Camilla in it. So I don't know why they're stuck in the middle lane. What are you going to do? He says, well, I'm going to have to fine you. I said, what for? He said, you passed the Dutchie on the left-hand side. Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
Hey!
oh dear.
I'm going to do one a week. New feature, one a week.
No,
Right,
please
come on then.
don't. I'm starting the petition.
Let's look at football.
how about Earth, Wind and Maguire?
Oh, I like that one. That's really clever, Paul. I don't know where your Coventry brain got that one from.
Yeah.
He'll tell you in a minute. He's from Harbour.
Oh,
I want to nip this in a bud. I'm from Harbour and I moved to Coventry.
Yeah, as Paul just said, Slade Elliott.
Slade
Can I
Elliott.
have Terence Trent, Matt Derbyshire?
Oh, now that's a play on words, isn't it? Huh?
What about Pink Floyd Hasselbank?
Can we not announce what the last 15 is going to be halfway through the week on the Tilton Talk Show page, because he's been practicing now, I promise you.
No, I agree
promise
that.
you.
Yeah.
I promise you.
I think it
what
should
else
be
can I come up
announced.
with?
It should be announced an hour before.
What else can I come up with?
Not even an hour. No, whoever's doing the last 15, keep it to yourself until the time comes from now on, please.
Okay.
What
yeah.
about
He's been cheated. He's been cheated.
what about the Rodrigy instead of the Prodigy?
Rodrigo, yeah.
Yeah.
Maradona Summer. Maradona Summer.
Summer.
Stephen Gill. The last 15, mate, is anything to do with music and football. So music and football, it could be a band or song.
Adam Wilkes should be banned for coming up with hotter chocolate.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Don't go breaking my Joe Hart.
No, it's just a bad cough. Rolling John Stones.
Brilliant. Oh, God.
The Rolling John Stones. I like that.
Yeah. Ronaldo and Don't You Want Me, Baby.
yeah.
Don't go breaking my Joe Hart.
Hang on. Oh, leave it off, mate. I've just done that one.
So who?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Biggie Smallsy.
Oh,
Biggie Smallsy.
dear.
Lee Geary.
Fantastic.
Oh, dear.
Is Michael Forsell coming on the show this year, says Adam False.
We are trying. We are trying.
The Spandu Bolly song, Goal.
We're not used to that one at St Andrews, are we?
No. Yeah, no, that would I would love to get Forcell on.
Yeah.
Really would. I really
We are
would.
trying.
We do
We are
try.
trying.
We do try.
Beat Taylor with Kushak and Womack.
Oh, right up there, right up
That's
there.
a good one, Eddie. Yeah, I like that.
Brilliant, Eddie.
Absolutely fantastic.
Ray Hobro again with Dion Warwick Sanderson.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I still owe him a pint, I think. I'm not sure.
Jason's a good one, Jason Hughes. I can't stand up for falling down to St Andrews.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. Brilliant.
I think we should do that at last 15 one week. And it must be to do with the state of the. It's got to do the state of the ground.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
We'll do it one week.
We'll have to surprise them when we do
Lewis.
it.
So
Adele's
Adam Wilkes
famous
is on
song,
one
is
this
it?
evening.
Oh, no, it's
Adele's
just woke
famous
up.
song of Rolling in the Deep Dale.
I reckon Adam's in the bath. I reckon Adam's in the bath listening to all these.
No, he's washing up. He's always washing up.
With his
that- is that-
marigolds. With his furry marigolds.
Oh,
And
thanks,
his
Mike.
little sponge on a stick.
Mr. Blue Sky Blues for Mark.
Yeah, well, that's always going to be, isn't it?
Any from Alan tonight?
No, you got me, mate.
We'll be waiting for a big band.
I'm too Dolly Parton for this.
Too Vera Lynn.
Yeah, well, not quite virulent, no.
But we will meet
So,
again.
I did see Dolly Parton in Birmingham. Does that count?
Did you see all of that?
Oh, dear.
Oh, yes, Ray Hobro, Main Stand and Deliver by Adam and the Ants.
Hey, that's a good one.
Ray Hobro, main stand and deliver.
Yeah.
I'll get you the
Excellent.
pint now, Ray. I'll get you the pint, I promise. I'll be there the season after next.
What about Human League Cup?
Oh, like that one. Yeah.
Hold on. Human League Cup.
I've got one here.
Oh, hang on.
Ruby, don't take your love to Huddersfield Town.
Poor.
Where did we get him from? No, actually, it was quite good. I was laughing behind my hand, Alan, to be honest with you.
What about Oberfemi House Martins?
Oh.
Johnny Rotten stands.
Yeah.
Who did that one?
Jason
From
Hughes.
Jason Hughes. Yeah. DIVORCE.
Well, I love that song.
BSHL.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yes.
You're all crazy. The whole lot of you.
What about the Pet Shop Moys?
Pet Shop Boys. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, just before we go, did anything happen to you during the off season, Nick?
Yeah.
Anything special? You know?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
Apart from...
Went shopping.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Pie hat.
I've got a pucker pie hat. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Yeah. You got to book a plug that.
Anything special in close season.
That's enough from him, anyway.
You went to Hawaii, didn't you? I mean, we all saw the outfit.
Please do not mention that I wore a grass skirt. I have bad visions of that.
Oh, I thought you looked quite fetching, I've got to admit.
I know. Was it you rubbing my leg then, Chris?
Yeah, but it wasn't my hand.
Coconuts were drooping, though. Coconuts
It was your
were drooping.
beard. It was your beard.
Yes, definitely.
I opened a restaurant near the airport, but it didn't take off.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh, Chris.
Don't let him do another one.
I'll tell you what, we've all got to do one a week. Everybody on the team.
All right,
got to do one a week. One a
Has
week.
it got to be, has it got to
Joke
be
of the week.
clean? It's got to be
Yes.
clean.
Yes.
Oh, no. That's all my jokes
No.
on there.
No.
Adam Wilkes has come up with Joe Lolly Parton.
Joe Lollipop.
Oh, I like that one.
Michael Wood said, did you get any cakes
Any
at all, Nick?
cakes?
I think I got a small cake. A representative cake, shall we call it?
Yes, it was matching, wasn't it? Yeah, very small.
Somebody's pinched all the.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
my God.
about six left. There were 20 in there, weren't there? I counted them.
Yeah?
Down to 6.
Well, I can tell you now. I can tell you now, it wasn't me.
Down to 6.
Lincoln G Sung Park from Pete Taylor.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's very
that's a good
clever. Very clever.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I quite like the Hey Jude Bellingham. That's good as well.
Pete Taylor, Maroon 5 at the back.
What about
Good one.
what about the Red Hotter Chili Peppers?
It doesn't quite beat hotter chocolate, does it?
Oh,
I mean, because that's been around forever, hasn't it? But I'll
classic.
credit you for because it was good. You've sat there and scratched your head and thought about that one, dear boy.
Hey, yeah, I've got the winner. What have you got? From Ray Hobro. I am a linesman for Notts County.
Oh no! Oh man! I think that deserves a Crossroads theme.
Yeah, oh, God,
does.
definitely.
Oh
Bloody
God,
hell.
Ray! I am a linesman.
Wilkes has said that he took up tap dancing during the summer, but he kept falling in the sink.
Whoa!
Falling where?
In the
In the
sink.
sink.
Oh, I love them old ones. Okay. Well, we're there. It's
that
9.
it?
It's not 9
Yeah,
o'clock. It's
it's
8 o'clock, Nicholas.
It's not 8 o'clock. It's a minute and a half to 8, Chris. To be honest with you.
It's exactly 8 o'clock according
But
to
what we
the,
want to do
Greenwich
is we
Mean
want to
Time.
thank every single person for being with us tonight. You know, it's so important that we've continued this, and
We love you.
we do, and we can't stop, can we? You know, we can't stop.
No.
Because when I drop dead, nobody will come to my funeral if you lot aren't there. Seriously.
I'm not going to come if I am here.
Well, I don't know. You've got a suit.
I have now, yeah. I've sold it.
Yeah. Part of my speech, Craig, was ladies and gentlemen, if you've had clothing, shoes, etc., I've just joined Vintage, so please take them upstairs by 10:30. I need something to do on. Oh, it was a bit brutal, wasn't it, Chris?
Was, yeah.
But it had to be. It had to be. That's what it is. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, it's sponsored by Ball Sports, the Tilton Talk Show, at the earlier time of 6:30 through till 8. And with our good friends at Hollywood Monster who have kindly given us 4 tickets a week to give away.
2 tickets.
Please get in touch with Craig, admin at
tiltontalk.com.
admin at tiltontalk.com, right? And believe me, right, this is our absolute promise to you, right? Whoever is nominated, we will get to see the reasons why. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. That is an absolute promise, right? And we will decide between us who we think the most deserving individuals are in that week. And what a lovely gesture. It's a marvellous gesture. Hollywood Monster, ladies and gents. Tim,
Superb.
well done, mate, Tim. I'll tell you what a man.
Superb.
Right, this has been the Tilton Talk Show. Thanks to Paul Hipkiss.
Thank you very much, and good night, everyone. Just quickly from me, though, Craig, do we know who won the underrated goalkeeper in our first position, in our underrated 11?
We do indeed, and it did come out in the end as Colin Doyle.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
Winner. Yeah. I've got 2 questions right and a winner tonight. Chairman of the board, the one and only Mr. Chris Browne, lookalike Alan Watton. No, you said you weren't going to do that.
Oh, I can't help it.
Good night, everybody, and God bless you all.
Oh, bless you, Alan. Thank
Cheers,
you.
Alan.
All the way downstairs. Me own mate, Mr. Fixer. Good on you, Craig. And Craig Courtney, you're an absolute megastar.
So good night, all. Don't forget the nominations. Watch out for some details of some fantastic guests coming up. But also, one of the things that you guys have been asking for some support with, that we've teamed up with the Blues Trust. So watch out for more details on that as well.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
And all the way from Coventry, who can do joined up writing? One only Mark, Mr. Reb Adams.
Have a lovely week, everybody. It's good to be back. Yeah, and I'm from Harborne. I'm not from Coventry. I just live there.
Prove you joined up handwriting, because we can't read anything.
Hey, love it.
I'll send you a text.
Yeah, send you a text. Oh, God. Leave it off, mate. Leave it off. Thanks ever so much for being with us tonight. First Monday night back in season 12, 2022-2023 season. Sponsored by Boyle Sorts, and as I say, with our great friends at Hollywood Monster. This has been the Tilton Talk Show. What great people I've been able to associate with. I love these people with all my heart. God bless you all. You are wonderful. From Chris Browne.
Good evening.
Oh, I thought he was going to go.
No, I don't do that anymore.
I know you.
I got told off.
You kill me, man. You're killing me. And from myself and the Tilton Talk team and everybody else behind the scenes, thank you so very much for coming back, listening to us on a Monday night. We'll endeavour to stay with you all through the season, through thick, through thin, and we will all keep right on to the end of the road. Good night. God bless. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Tilton Talk Show, available on all the major podcast platforms. The Tilton Talk Show.